YouTube, Electric Adventures here with another pickup video. This is a lot of stuff that came from Japan. It was sent by slow freight because exchange rates of Australia's exchange rate is getting bad and I'm having to save some money. It wasn't actually very heavy, but it did save some money. And I knew it would probably arrive during Christmas if I sent it the faster one, and I wouldn't have had time to do anything to it. Even so, it arrived probably about a week or so ago, right in the middle when I was having the trouble with storm damage to the house and redoing this room. So I've already taken it out of the box just to save a bit of time, because there are a couple of titles here. They're all for the MSX, and they're all very cheap. So they're all well under the $10 mark for every single one of them. So the first one's just a loose cart. It was probably in the very low dollars marks, and it's MSX Soccer by Panasoft. There we go, focusing. And its label's reasonably complete. The cartridge is like the Casio ones with all the ridges. Next we have a title called On Becky. Looks like a fairly simple platform game by the back. So the colour of that's not letting it focus very well. There we go. Looks a little bit Apple Panic like. It looks complete. So it opens in a bit of a clamshell. There's a bit of a fold out of instructions. And sorry, the wrong cartridge is stuck. There's the ROM cartridge. It doesn't have any English writing other than ROM pack on there. So it's a different brand stuff. So Micro Information Associates, Mia. I haven't had a cartridge from those guys before. Inside it's pretty good. Just got the liver spots of the degradation there. Let's have a bit of a look at the piece of paper that came with it. And it looks like it's a bit of just an instruction sheet or information about caring for ROM cartridges, I reckon. So I won't try and squeeze that back in during the video. Next is another Mahjong title. So once again, very cheap, not in the most fantastic edition, but it still is mostly complete. It looks very similar to other Mahjong titles. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, one Mahjong game's pretty much the same as the other. I actually have a few Mahjong games with the MSX. This one looks like it's got the actual proper manual rather than just a flyer. So here's the inside. Actually very hard to get these cartridges out. Once again, no English name on the cartridge. And no, it's not an instruction manual, it's just a flap down there. So just an oddity for collection. I don't think our demo of that one's going to be that fantastic. Now, this next one, your guess is as good as mine as far as the title. I'll have to do a bit of a hunt. If I find out what it's called, in between you'll see the title pop up down the bottom. And usually I'll find out when I go and do the editing and try and find a screenshot of the box. And if I don't find one, I take a picture of the box. It looks like a battle strategy game by the fact that there's lots of characters and things like that. So we'll have to see if we can figure that one out. So this is an ASCII Corporation one. I do have some other ASCII cartridges. Once again, if you found this cartridge loose, you wouldn't know what it was. So be interesting to see what that one's like. Next, and I believe this is an upgrade, I've got a loose cartridge of this one. It is Casio title number 2, Exciting Baseball, but we have a box. It's not in the best condition, but it's still not too bad, and from memory this is not a bad baseball game. I'll do another gameplay of it. I've probably done a video of it before, but it would have been quite a while since I did that. So let's take the cartridge out and have a look. Yep, cartridge is in excellent condition. pretty sure I've got a loose copy of that. I will be doing a trades video soon. I've just about got everything tidied up now, ready for that. Right, so 2 more. Next is not a cardboard box one, it's a plastic box one, and it's Dam Busters. I believe this also came out on tape, and it might be the Brother Bound Dam Busters title. No, I believe you can get this one on tape as well. I don't have the tape version. Fairly simplistic looking graphics, bit of a flight sim. We don't have a manual, but we have the cartridge. Not too bad. Now up a bit close, it's got a lot of small writing on it. Not going to work. There you go. Very musty smelling one, that one. Okay, so it's stuck there. And last we have an RPG game. Quite heavy, this one. Looks quite interesting. It's called Rune Worth. In really good condition. It looks absolutely brand new. Some TNE soft. Look at those screenshots. This is an MSX 2 Plus title. That's why the graphics look quite interesting. Be interesting to see how playable it is. But those graphics look quite interesting. Right, so inside, quick look there, we have, what's good about the RPGs, you get all sorts of stuff with them usually. So we have a nice big map. Dog barks at nothing in particular. And that's in really good nick. It looks like it's hardly been touched. Must be a CD of the sounds of Rune Worth, so hopefully we're into some pretty good music. There's a bit of an errata. There was obviously a PC 88. That looks all like an errata, and wow. You actually get a Rune Worth book, and it's in the soft velvet sort of stuff. And lots of lovely sketches in there too. So I'm just doing random commandos. Oops, don't damage it. Lots of stuff in there. So these RPGs, even if they're not playable straight out of the box because of too much kanji text, are just great for all the stuff you get with them. So we've got a registration card, a receipt, and then the actual user's manual. Yeah, so it looks quite a comprehensive RPG game, and it's a disc-based one. So we have, right, and it came with stickers, so you could put a sticker on your save disc. And that's what there's a general Fujifilm one there, and that's obviously the user disc with the saves on it. And then we have a start disc, disc A, and disc B. Hopefully we'll be able to get that working, and it does say MSX 2 as well as MSX 2 Plus as well, so we should be able to get that fired up. Worst case, obviously floppy disk chance they're not going to work, so I can always download the disk images and run them using my flash card. But really great additions to the MSX collection. Alright, a few demos to go through. Not sure how far we'll get through with some of these games, but it'll be interesting having a try. Let's go do that now. So here we go with our first game, MSX Soccer. Player versus the computer. Music. Now, this is a soccer game. I warn you now, I'm going to be pretty bad at it. Right, I'm the blue guy. I think I just kicked the ball out of bounds. Computer throw in. Trying to attack me. There we go. No. So it puts the nearest man to the ball. Crikey, how do you control the direction of the oops. I've only been using one of the buttons on the joystick, haven't I? It's already one goal down. Okay. Oh, what did I press? So this, I keep on pressing the wrong button. The second button is pass, but I don't know how you select the target for your pass. Okay. And I was running the ball the wrong way, so you know I was about to do a really good own goal. Let's look at the ball. Oh, no, he saved it. Right, I've got it now. Helps when you use the right joystick button. Ooh, I do believe I just stole the ball. Well, this isn't too bad, is it? Any one where I can actually get control of the ball for a little while. So yeah, not bad for a little loose start. We'll move through these fairly quickly because there's a few to do, but I really like that one. Alright, let's try the next one. Right, so here we go with our next game, which is Come On Becky. Okay, press the bottom button this time. Okay, so one little girl down the bottom. Press one button, press the other button. Okay, can't do anything yet. What would you assume that I have to do? Okay, not run into that dude. Do I just have to make it to the top, maybe? So it's using character graphics to get a little bit more colour, I suppose. So we need to tempt those guys down this way. And see how smart they are. Okay, well sadly, right, oh, I did have a hole, or we have to do one at a time. Right, so this is basically a clone of Apple Panic. There we go, and we get an apple. I think I've got my apple. Tell you what, that music will drive me bonkers before too long. Okay, get the apple. Right, got the apple this time. Music will definitely drive me bonkers. So we've got a very limited time. Oh, that was a bit stupid, wasn't it? I'm about to die, and there's game over. Yeah, so a bit of a take on Apple Panic. Well, it's not too bad. You can tell for its Japanese machine too. By the way, I'm playing on a PAL machine. It was just easier because the first cartridge didn't like the Philips machine. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'd probably have another go at it and see what some of the other levels are like. Very Apple Panic-ish. And I know Apple Panic can be done well on an MSX because the Coleco version's excellent. Alright, let's try the next game. So here we go with Bokosuka Wars. Now, this is more than likely going to be some sort of strategy game. So is the objective to get across the playfield without losing and you've got to overwhelm the opponents with numbers, I suppose. Different sort of game.
My main guy, so I was letting him get towards my main guy. It's actually not too bad in the end. I reckon with a bit more play and figuring it out, that could be a quite interesting game. It's definitely a novel game. I thought that was going to be completely unplayable because of the all in kanji text, but yeah, no, I reckon I can have another go and try and figure that out. So excellent, let's try the next one. Right, so this next one is called Final Mahjong. I don't expect we'll get very far with this one, but as you can see it actually has quite nicely detailed tiles. So we'll press a button and see what happens. We've gone into auto mode here, have we? We might have gone into a demo and I have no idea how to get us out of it. Ah, there we go. What did I do? F1. Oh no. 2 4 no. Oh dear. Yeah, not really figure that, but I mean, you can see it's got quite nicely drawn tiles and things like that. I've never had much luck at figuring out these Mahjong games, so it's a bit of a shelf filler, but it's for completeness, and you don't turn down complete inbox MSX games for virtually nothing. Alright, let's try our next game. Right, so our next one is Exciting Baseball. Well, I'm going to play against the computer, so I'll leave it as is. Select player 1 team. Well, look, we're just going to go with that one. Now, don't expect me to get very far on this. I haven't played this one for ages. So this is our. Oh, damn it! No, that's not a strike. Come on. Ah, it's gone. Baseball guards can be extremely hard. Takes no, leaving that. Oh, get a walk. So graphically, it's fairly primitive on the playfield side of things. No, I don't know what the timing. Oh, there we go. The run's auto, so we can get one out there, and I'm going to make it to first base. Right, okay, and I probably could have potentially run a base there. I still hit it a bit late here. It's going to go straight to him. Ooh, okay, go. I don't know whether I can run base. That was probably dumb. Hey, there we go. If I can do another hit. Oh god, right along the baseline. I'm gone. Can I still get that one? No, don't reckon. So now I've got a pitch, do I? So do that. Yeah, and of course he hits me. facing the direction. Do I do it? Oh, it's not too hard to work out the controls. I don't know how I'd go at playing the computer player for much longer. You can't see, you can move your man. I don't know how you bowl the different... Oh, I sent it to the wrong man, but I got one out. Yeah, so it's actually not a bad little baseball game. I would have been quite pleased with this back in the day. I'm actually a reasonable baseball fan, so look, he's trying to steal the base. I can see that. Ah, he did it again. How do you can't control the outfieldsman. You can only yeah, see, look, he's got the home now. Alright, good baseball game. There are quite a few baseball games for the MSX. There are better ones than this, but this one's not too bad, all things considered. Better than the Sega one, so a good game to add to collection. Complete, loose copy, up for trade. Alright, let's try the next game. Right, so here we go, Dam Busters. I'm sure I saw the tape version of this back in the day. Okay, unfortunately with Dam Busters, this is as far as I can get, and I've tried on 2 different computers, so a bit disappointing because I actually really wanted to play that one. I shall keep investigating, and I may have to do a catch-up gameplay at another stage when I figure it out. So a little disappointing. Don't have the box, and the cartridges looks in good nick. Just got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I've tried every key on the keyboard, pressed the button, all the buttons on the joystick and everything like that. So, oh well, let's try our role-playing game. So here we go with Rune Worth, our only MSX2 game in the mod. So we've got a nice little opening bit of music. As I've done pretty short gameplays on the other one, so we can give this a fair go. Just need to sit over just a little bit. Have a very nice intro. Obviously, we're loading from disk, so we have a lot more capacity. Nice bit of music. Slight jump there, just move the camera a little bit. So I need to sit over to be able to use the keyboard. So it's got a very nice intro, and it's doing all this from the first load so far. Obviously there's going to be kanji text, we expect that. Not all MSX RPGs have been fan translated, but quite a few of them have been, so I haven't had a specific look to see what I can find. No idea whether I can speed any of this up, by the way, but very nice looking graphics. Press spacebar and get into it because I've got no idea how long that intro will be. Now, more than likely, that is telling us to insert disc A. So there will be a slight loading delay. There we go. Choice. Don't know. Right, insert character disc, I reckon. So that was probably yes. 2. There we go, and there's a save game. So that I obviously selected yes, load. Yes. Put the other disc back in. said, you've just got to experiment with these things. Oh, there we go. Right, so we have RPG, not too bad scrolling. What do we do, bump into people? Yep. Nice music playing. The exit to the town. Obviously never played this before, so yeah, that was a good guess. I'm going to go encounter a monster. Okay, so we've got a world map. What do I do? So really well drawn graphics. So what do we do? Go from one town to another. Oh, this video I wouldn't mind finding a dungeon, that's all. Didn't have much choice when I was what's in here. There are a lot of guides to these games. Oh goodness. Very similar. Okay. There you go, we've got some sort of battle. Lots of them. Oh, yeah, I didn't last very long. So obviously I had to go into a fighter pit and you know, play for prize money, I reckon. So, oh, that's not a bad RPG. I'll have to have a look around for a fan translation. I do collect the RPGs mainly for collecting the RPGs and all the material that comes with them, but I do like playing them. It's very difficult to have the time to play RPGs, but I hope you've enjoyed these pickups. I always like finding new games for our MSX collection. These are more quirky and obscure titles, most of them, and we had one that didn't work. I will figure that one out at some stage and do a separate gameplay of it. Even if I've got I've got a physical copy now. I can, you know, find a ROM image and load it off that. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, thanks for all my subscribers, and I'll catch you next time.